back to California.
Bunch of angry Nazis and other white supremacist groups there out protesting a drag show. I think this was in Texas, a drag event that was for all ages, but they were interested and they were a little bit curious, so they decided to come out and act like they were mad about the whole thing. So they're protesting, and of course they have their weapons, but they were met by armed leftists, as it was described, to confront them in a counter protest to the protest, because folks are going out to have fun and they have nothing else to do with their lives. Here's some details. The rally at the Texas Trust CU Theater was organized by Protect Texas Kids in response to Murray and Peter Present a Drag Queen Christmas. It's a holiday themed show featuring performances by alumni from RuPaul's Drag Race. The stop in Grand Prairie was part of a nationwide tour, which also included shows in San Antonio, Austin, and Corpus Christi. They're heading over the whole damn state. Here's some of those right-wing groups that I point out, including those Nazis. Protect Texas Kids. It was founded by University of North Texas alumni Kelly Neidert, and she seeks to ban children from viewing these performances. And over the last 6 months, the organization has staged protests outside drag shows in Dallas, Arlington, and Roanoke. They were joined at Saturday's protest by two religious organizations, the Christian Nationalist New Columbia Movement and the neo-fascist American Nationalist Initiative. What is it about white supremacy and Nazis and these militia groups that feel they have to take over this mantle of calling folks groomers and pedophiles when obviously many of them are, but still it doesn't matter. Somehow that's their mantle to take. Maybe it's to hide the fact that they're engulfed in it themselves. Either way it goes, here's those counter protesters. The right-wing groups were opposed by a coalition of counter protesters, including the Party for Socialism and Liberation and heavily armed members of the Elm Fork John Brown Gun Club. Bro, you gotta shorten that name. Who were openly carrying rifles that they said were intended to protect the show and those in attendance. Now, both sides started rallying on the sidewalk in front of the theater 2.5 hours before the show's 8 p.m. start. And those leftists, dressed in black block-style clothing, blared Christmas music and sirens over loudspeakers to drown out these chants from those hateful Nazis. There's the lovely scene at SeaTac Airport over the weekend, where obviously a Nazi is losing his mind in the middle of a bunch of passengers trying to get on an airplane. If you notice, everyone's kind of looking like, man, did they lose his baggage? What happened? Is it delayed? But he's definitely losing his mind. That guy's 31-year-old Nicholas Letney. He was arrested shortly after. Good job, police officers. But it turns out there's more to this guy. Probably things you could expect, but there's more than what we already saw there. Court records for the Seattle area show that Letney was arrested in 2019 for domestic assault, but the case was dropped without prejudice by reason of incompetency. A mental health evaluation of Letney was sealed by the court. I don't know why, but it was. There's more though, because Letney was also arrested in 2016. Before that, on suspicion of indecent assault. But that case was also dropped by reason of incompetency. Wow, this is consistency. In that case though, a police report noted that Letney was shouting about the Cold War at the time of his arrest. Just mad about something else. So it's obvious there's something going on with the sealing of these court records, Jess, or at least his mental health evaluations. But then also, in fact, these cases keep getting dismissed because maybe there's some level of incompetency from the folks that are trying to prosecute him. They didn't have enough evidence. Something went down. I'm not a lawyer. My name is not Adrian Lawrence. But something allows this guy to continue to get off the hook. I just hope that hook doesn't also lead to him getting his hands on some weapons, because I'm sure that's the next step.